Hi friends, today we are going to discuss about some important electrical interview questions. Okay, let's start. Why star delta starter is preferred with induction motor? Star delta starter is preferred with induction motor due to following reasons. Starting current is reduced 3 to 4 times of the direct current, due to which voltage drops and hence it causes less losses. Star delta starter circuit comes in circuit first during starting of motor, which reduces voltage 3 times. That is why current also reduces up to 3 times, and hence less motor burning is caused. In addition, starting torque is increased and it prevents the damage of motor winding. State the difference between generator and alternator. Generator and alternator are two devices which converts mechanical energy into electrical energy. Both have the same principle of electromagnetic induction. The only difference is that their construction. Generator persists stationary magnetic field and rotating conductor which rolls on the armature with slip rings and brushes riding against each other. Hence it converts the induced EMF into DC current for external load, whereas an alternator has a stationary armature and rotating magnetic field for high voltages, but for low voltage output rotating armature and stationary magnetic field is used. Why AC systems are preferred over DC systems? Due to following reasons, AC systems are preferred over DC systems. It is easy to maintain and change the voltage of AC electricity for transmission and distribution. Plant cost for AC transmission, circuit breakers, transformers, etc., is much lower than the equivalent DC transmission. From power stations, AC is produced, so it is better to use AC than DC instead of converting it. When a large fault occurs in a network, it is easier to interrupt in an AC system, as the sine wave current will naturally tend to zero at some point, making the current easier to interrupt. How can you relate power engineering with electrical engineering? Power engineering is a subdivision of electrical engineering. It deals with generation, transmission, and distribution of energy in electrical form. Design of all power equipments also comes under power engineering. Our engineers may work on the design and maintenance of the power grid, that is called on grid systems, and they might work on off grid systems that are not connected to the system. What are the various kind of cables used for transmission? Cables which are used for transmitting power can be categorized in three forms: low tension cables, high tension cables, super tension cables. Low tension cables which can transmit voltage up to 1000 volts. High tension cables can transmit voltage up to 23,000 volts, means 23 kV. Super tension cables can transmit voltage 66 kV to 132 kV. Why back EMF used for a DC motor? Highlight its significance. The induced EMF developed when the rotating conductors of the armature between the poles of magnet in a DC motor cut the magnetic flux opposes the current flowing through the conductor. When the armature rotates is called back EMF. Its value depends upon the speed of rotation of the armature conductors. In starting, the value of back EMF is zero. What is slip in an induction motor? Slip can be defined as the difference between the flux speed and the rotor speed. Speed of the rotor of an induction motor is always less than its synchronous speed. It is usually expressed as a percentage of synchronous speed and represented by the symbol S. Explain the application of storage batteries. Storage batteries are used for various purposes. Some of the applications are mentioned below. For the operation of protective devices and for emergency lighting at generating stations and substations, for starting ignition and lighting of automobiles, aircrafts, etc., for lighting on steam and diesel railway trains, as a supply power source in telephone exchange, laboratories, and broadcasting stations, for emergency lighting, hospitals, banks, rural areas where electricity supplies are not possible. Explain advantages of storage batteries. Few advantages of storage batteries are mentioned below. Most efficient form of storing energy portably. Stored energy is available immediately because there is no lag of time for delivering the stored energy. Reliable source for supply of energy. The energy can be drawn at a fairly constant rate. What are the different methods for the starting of a synchronous motor? Starting methods are synchronous motor can be started by the following two methods: by means of an auxiliary motor method and by providing damper winding method. By means of an auxiliary motor method, the rotor of a synchronous motor is rotated by auxiliary motor. Then rotor poles are excited, due to which the rotor field is locked with the stator revolving field and continuous rotation is obtained. By providing damper winding method, here bar conductors are embedded in the outer periphery of the rotor poles and are short-circuited with the short-circuiting rings at both sides. The machine is started as a squirrel cage induction motor first. When it picks up speed, excitation is given to the rotor and the rotor starts rotating continuously as the rotor field is locked with stator revolving field. Okay friends, we will discuss more topics on next video. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, please like and share it. We will do more videos for you. Thank you so much.